And we are back here on Around the World. A very special guest in our studio. Back again. Nice to have you, Annie Coburn, back in studio. Thanks for coming in.
Fab
Places.
Always good to be here.
And by the way, Fab Places is spelled a little different than you might think.
Yes, let's
definitely
talk about that.
FABPLACEZ.com is the website.
Yes.
And you really have focused on great spots to go for maybe more of a little more senior traveler.
Absolutely.
And also a big focus on women, especially.
Yes, especially women, because women have been in the home taking care of the children and being homemakers or in the workplace, of course, also. But then all of a sudden they get to a point in their life where they say, wow, I really want to see the world now.
Right.
It's time for me.
The nest is empty.
That's
and
right.
They're ready to go.
That's
and
right.
They're going to leave hubby at home. That's okay too, right?
Or
you take them with them. But I think sometimes women like to go or with other women.
Yes.
You know? That can be a lot of fun.
A lot of that. Yes.
Girlfriend travel. You do that, don't you?
Yeah, that's a great.
Now you had a place which you don't think about here in the U.S. As a destination, but it sounds great. Is San Antonio?
Yes.
San Antonio, Texas. Huh?
Yes.
It's like the little Venice of Texas.
It is. Little Venice of Texas. This is a great place. It's a larger city than most people think about. You know, they think about Texas, they think about Houston, Dallas, but San Antonio is actually our third largest city in Texas, and it has so much history involved, like the Alamo, and it has some beautiful homes. It has a beautiful waterway that they have made where you have lots of restaurants.
Canals, right? And
yes,
beautiful.
And it's just gorgeous. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to get around. They have a lot of great public transportation, or jump on a bicycle.
What's a bicycle?
Well, it's just a bicycle you rent, like in London or Paris, or
you can move from place
to place and
drop it off.
What a great idea!
And it doesn't cost you. You can do it for like $20 a day.
Wow!
And doesn't cost you a lot. You know, a lot of money. So it's a great way to travel.
That sounds like a fab place.
It is a fab place.
Don't you think? All right. So, what are some of your other favorite fab places?
Well, you would be surprised. People all the time, because I'm a travel writer and everything, people all the time say to me, Annie, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? And they think I'm going to say Paris. You know, everybody wants to live in Paris. And
except her. She don't live in Paris.
Oh, you don't love Paris?
She loves the taxi drivers.
No.
I just had bad experience. Anyway, moving on.
Someday we'll go, okay, and I'll show you.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. But it's New York. It's New York City.
Right.
I think New York City is the greatest city in the world. I really do. It's got a heartbeat. And you go there, and all of a sudden you feel the city moving for you, and it's just
alive,
fantastic.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And you have to pinch yourself when you're there, because you can't believe you're there, and you can't believe you're walking by all these places that you read about all the time, and it's just it's a vibrant place. It never sleeps.
Have you heard about this new taxi service called Uber that you can get on your iPhone? And Uber is where you literally get a town car wherever you are. So they have a way of tracking you where you are. So if you're in New York City on a corner somewhere and you say I need a car, you'll get a car there, and it's just a fraction more than a normal taxi. And they're in New York. I think they're in Paris, London. It's apparently the new way to get around a city easily but comfortably.
Sounds luxurious.
Yeah.
And they probably speak English, the driver.
There you go. That's another thing. You've got a book here.
Yes.
Ellie's Grand Adventure.
Yes.
Travel Tips for Women of the World. That's you.
That's right.
And it's a fun book, because it's a graphic novel, not your regular, you know. It's got cute characters to it.
You're giving some good tips for women who do want to travel on their own, and also ways to be careful and safe. I mean, we followed the horrible situation in Turkey with a woman, American, out there, and you know, you occasionally hear that, and you go, well, you have to be aware, and you've got to, you know, just like you would in any city, actually. Istanbul is no different than New York in that way.
That's very true, but sometimes we don't. What I've tried to do is give a compilation of information to people where they can go to, like Ellie's Grand Adventure, and say, okay, I don't even know where to start. Where do I start traveling? You know, what are my steps? And so that's what Ellie tries to tell you in her own fun way.
Right, and you can order this from your website, right?
Amazon. Amazon.com.
Oh, Amazon.com, and that's great.
Yeah.
What are some things that you would say to somebody who hasn't traveled before? What are
If you can
some-
say that in about 20 seconds.
Oh, sorry.
20 seconds. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Hasn't traveled before? Preparation. Make sure that you have everything lined up and you know exactly what you're doing. If you've never traveled before, you don't want to do it on the fly. You want to make sure
Everything's
everything
planned
is
out.
together.
All right.
planned out.
Yeah.
Or in some
Good point.
cases, preparation H. Well, that keeps us smiling, right?
Speaking of a pain, you know
No,
what?
who said that? I didn't say that. Okay, all right. So we actually have more time. Our controller was telling us we could talk for a few more seconds because they love you
good.
so much.
But you know,
Good.
one thing I will say, traveling as a woman, I think you have to have the attitude of don't mess with me. You're aware of your surroundings and just do not,
That's so you bring that into the studio every day.
That's right. Well,
Don't
so I
mess
take
with
it out
me.
on the street too. What
Yeah.
can I say? But don't look like you're lost and and uncomfortable.
Need help, yeah.
All righty. Thank you, Annie, for coming in.
That's great.
It's always
That
a
was
pleasure.
Really great to see you.
You all come to Texas?
I'm going to go to San Antonio after looking at that good footage. That looks
Great,
great.
great.
Next week on Around the World, Martha Bull and Laura House will be in the house.
We will.
And you guys are going to take us to Aspen, Colorado. We've also got Christine Hassler, who's going to talk about self-love. That sounds curious. Self-love retreats, that is, for women. And then Laura Kath is going to be talking about Santa Barbara carefree romance in your own town. So thank you all for watching. Thanks to our producer, Shelley Hessen, and thanks to the whole team here at Around the World. See you next week, and happy trails.
See ya.